So my dear friends, today I'm going to find a relation between spherical polar coordinates and Cartesian coordinates. You know, spherical polar coordinates are r, theta and phi. You can fix any position of any particle with the help of r, theta and phi. Okay, spherical polar coordinates are used in those problems in which there is no preferred direction of motion, that is, which have spherical symmetry. Okay, now we to find a relation between the r theta phi and xyz. Xyz are the Cartesian coordinates, r theta phi spherical polar coordinates. So what's the relation between the two? You know, first of all, this is our Cartesian coordinates x, y, z in cap letters. Okay. Now, here is any point. Now can be specified by three elements of spherical polar coordinates r, theta, phi. You know, first of all, this is x or y plane, right? This is x or y plane. X or y plane. Now we drop a perpendicular. From here, we drop a perpendicular. Where? On x or y plane. Now joining from origin to this point. Now this angle is called phi angle. Okay. Let this line is called rho vector. Okay. What is this line? Actually, this line is the projection of r vector on the x or y plane, because I dropped a perpendicular here on the x or y plane. So this vector becomes, this line becomes the projection of r vector on x or y plane. So what is phi angle? The r vector makes with the x axis. So this is called rho. So OPQ. Now this line is, this line is perpendicular to z axis, and this is parallel to the y axis also. This line, and perpendicular on the z axis. Now from here to here, what is the value of this line? Because it is z axis, so we call it small z. Now consider this right angle triangle. This right angle triangle, and writing it here cos theta, base over hypotenuse, and then this OZ becomes r cos theta. Actually, this line and this line both are parallel lines and equal in length. It is not very clear in the figure, but actually this line is equals to this line. So this line also having the value r cos theta. So that means z equals to r cos theta. Now this line is perpendicular to x-axis. Okay, and this line is perpendicular to the y-axis. What we call from here to here, because it is along capital X, means small x. What we call from here to here, small y, because it is along capital Y. So Mn, small x. What is small x? You consider the right angle triangle. Consider this right angle triangle. So x becomes rho cos phi. Okay, and what the y becomes? This is also y, rho sin phi. So y is rho sin phi. So x is rho cos phi. Now you consider this right angle triangle. This is small y. From here to here it is x. So Pythagoras theorem. And moreover, y is rho sine phi. So x, scaring and adding these two equations, you will get the same. Now, as this angle is theta, this alternate angle will be also theta, because this line is parallel to this line. Now you consider this right angle triangle. So this line is now the base, okay? And this line is perpendicular. And this line is the hypotenuse. And writing here, the sine theta in this right angle triangle. So perpendicular over hypotenuse is sine theta. So rho becomes r sine theta. Now substituting this value of rho here and as well as here. So that means x becomes r sine theta cos phi. Okay, y becomes r sine theta sin phi. Z becomes r cos theta. Now this is a relation between, Cartesian coordinates x, y, z, polar coordinates r theta and phi. If you know r theta phi, you can have the value of x as well as y as well as z. So don't forget the relations between Cartesian coordinates and spherical polar coordinates. Thus it is very simple. Now we'll find the unit vectors of spherical polar coordinates. This is radial distance. This is our theta. Now this is our radial distance, r vector. Now what is r cap? It is a unit vector along the direction of increasing r. And what is theta cap? Theta cap is a unit vector along the direction of increasing theta. Theta is a zenith angle and it is increasing along this side. Okay? So this will be the direction of theta cap along the direction of increasing theta. Okay? So this is r vector, this is r cap. So r cap is a unit vector along the direction of increasing r vector. Okay, theta cap, it is a unit vector along the direction of increasing theta. Right? Increasing theta. Now, this is XOY plane. This is XOY plane. Okay? Now, I have dropped a perpendicular. This is perpendicular over this XOY plane. So you may call it this point as Q, joining O to Q. This is our rho vector. What is rho vector? The projection of r vector on XOY plane. So what is azimuthal angle? Azimuthal angle, the rho vector makes with x-axis. So what is phi cap? What is phi cap? Phi cap is a unit vector along the direction of increasing phi. So phi is increasing like this. So the direction of phi cap will be along this direction, because increasing phi, it is like this. The same is here. So this is phi cap. So this phi cap is shown here now, exactly parallel to this line. That will be the direction of phi cap, parallel to this line. this line. So phi cap is the unit vector in the direction of increasing phi. Okay. Now one thing you note down, r cap, theta cap and phi cap, they are orthogonal vectors. You know meaning of orthogonal? Mean they are at right angle to each other. They are perpendicular to each other. Now we are coming the expressions of r cap, theta cap, phi cap in terms of the Cartesian coordinates. Okay, first of all, r vector in space. Already I derived the equation between Cartesian and spherical polar coordinates. Substituting these values here, so r vector becomes equals to, so this is our r vector. Now what is r cap? R cap is r vector divided by r. So dividing r vector by r, so it becomes simply now, so this is our r cap. So now the second is what is theta cap? Theta cap, it is perpendicular to r cap. Okay, theta cap is perpendicular to the this is theta cap, this is theta cap, perpendicular to r cap. So if you change here theta to theta plus pi by 2, then instead of r cap, we'll have theta cap. So very simple. So changing here in this equation, changing in this angle by 90 plus theta, 90 plus this angle, and here 90 plus this angle, and here, then instead of r cap, we'll have this equation theta cap. So changing theta to 90 plus theta, so we'll have this equation. Now you know very well what is sine 90 plus theta. Sine 90 plus theta is cos theta, cos phi. Again sine 90 plus theta is cos theta. Now coming here, what is phi cap? Phi cap is at right angle to, phi cap is perpendicular to the rho vector, or you can say rho cap. Phi cap is perpendicular to rho cap. So first of all, I'll find what is rho cap. So rho cap is rho vector upon rho. What is rho vector? Now this vector, according to triangle rho vector addition, this is this vector plus this vector. So what is the value of this vector? I cap x. What is the value of this vector? J cap y. So it is here. Now this is a baseline, this is perpendicular, this is hypotenuse. So what is base? Okay, base is cos. So x is equals to rho cos phi. What is perpendicular? It is sine. So this is rho sine phi. So substituting here x and y. So substituting for x and y, rho cancels out and we'll get this equation. Okay. Now lastly, because how will get phi cap? Very simple. Changing this phi to 90 degree. Turn it, plus 90. Change this phi to 90 plus phi. Then instead of rho cap, we'll say it is phi cap. Why? Because phi cap is at 90 to rho cap. So changing these two angles. Now what is cos 90 plus phi? Minus sin phi. And what is sin 90 plus phi? Cos phi. Yes, it is. So this is phi cap, this is theta cap, and this is our r cap. All the three unit vectors of orthogonal coordinates. Okay, theta cap, r cap and phi cap. Thank you very much.